Hey there, welcome to the video. Today, we're going to be diving into one of the easiest ways to start making money online. And I'm going to be breaking down a side hustle that's generating over $473 per day in passive income on Amazon. And the best part, it only takes about 2 hours of work up front to get started. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, stick around because I'm going to show you exactly how this works. Now, if this is your first time here, my name is Jeff, and this channel is all about becoming self-sufficient when it comes to making money online. And right now we're talking about low and medium content publishing on Amazon KDP. So if this sounds interesting to you, feel free to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. With that being said, let's get right to it. Now, I'm sure we've all heard about side hustles like dropshipping, Etsy stores, print on demand, or freelancing. But if you're looking for something less time consuming, then this might be for you. Now, what if I told you that by creating simple, low content books, yes, things like journals, planners, or coloring books, you could start generating money day after day. And you don't need to be an artist or a writer. Imagine this. You create one of these books, you spend just a couple of hours setting it up, and before you know it, that one book is earning you passive income every single day. This is a business model that's scalable and super beginner friendly. There's no need for any tech skills, no inventory, and no upfront costs other than some time on Canva to design your interior and your cover. And what I love about Amazon KDP is how flexible it is. You can work from anywhere in the world with just your laptop and internet connection. And once your book is live, Amazon takes care of the heavy lifting, the printing, the shipping, and the customer service. This means that you can create multiple books that earn you money 24/7, even while you're sleeping. In fact, I'm going to be showing you a seller that's making $473 per day with just one book on Amazon KDP. And then I'm going to show you the steps that you can take to build a passive income stream that works for you. And by the end of the video, you're going to have a clear idea of how to get started, even if you've never done anything like this before. With that being said, let's get started. Now, here I am on Amazon, and I did a search for a popular activity book called the Number Tracing Book. And if we take a quick glance, we're going to see a lot of books here with these numbers right here that are pretty low. And so this is called the BSR, or the bestsellers rank. The lower the number, the better it is. And as you can see, there's just a lot of books here that are selling really well. However, to determine if we're going to have a good chance at being just as profitable in this niche, the first thing that I look for is going to be the search results. And right here, we're seeing over 2,000 results. Now, my process in creating profitable books on Amazon KDP is going to be finding a profitable niche first. And the way that I find a profitable niche is with 3 simple steps. Step 1, I'm looking for search results that have about 1,000 or less because this is going to tell me that the competition is not so high. Step 2, I'm looking for 3 or more KDP books that all have a BSR or a bestsellers rank of 300,000 or below because this is going to tell me that the books are already selling, which means that there is some type of demand for this niche. And step number 3, I'm looking for a niche score that's provided by the plugin that I'm using that has a score of 50 and higher. Now, going back to Amazon, we're seeing here over 2,000 results for Number Tracing Book. So if you remember with my step 1, I'm looking for about 1,000 or less. So this is actually at 2,851. And this purple bar right here is a plugin or an extension that I use for my KDP research called Titans Quick View. And so if you want to go ahead and download this, go to the Chrome web store, make a search for Self-Publishing Titans. You're going to find these 2 extensions. Feel free to download these 2 because this is going to help you with your niche and keyword research. And the best thing is that these are free to use. And some of the great things about this tool, it gives you a niche score, which is actually my step 3 in the process, and it gives you the total results. So this one says 2,851, but Amazon likes to just be general about it when it gets over 1,000 results. So we see here over 2,000 results. So this is very helpful to see the exact results. It also gives you the exact match of the books on the first page here that are using this exact keyword in their title and how many books are independently published, which means how many books are KDP books. And it also gives you more information right here, such as the bestseller rank info, reviews, as well as the price. But since I'm really looking for search results that are about 1,000 and below, this is just way too high. So if you run into this issue, which is a very common issue, all you have to do is something called niche down, which is basically to find a more specific niche within this number tracing book. So if I click right here, we can see a couple more niches right here that might work. We have number tracing books for kids ages 3 to 5, number tracing book for kids, for preschoolers, kindergarten, and so on and so forth. So I've actually done the research for you and I found you a niche that can do pretty well for you. And that is the number tracing practice workbook. So we see here, it's just about 1,000 results. It's actually 1,675. But for me, as long as I see a 1, it's going to pass my first step. Now, the second step is to go through the first page here and look for 3 or more KDP books that all have a BSR or a bestsellers rank of 300,000 or below. So we're going to start with the first book right here. If I hover over this, the extension that I'm using gives me all of these product details. So one of it is the publisher details. So we can see here, it says independently published, which is exactly what I'm looking for. This tells me that this is a KDP book and it has a bestsellers rank of 2,421. So this is satisfying my second step. Now I just have to look for 2 more of these types of books. The next book right here says independently published. However, it has a bestsellers rank of 461,000, which is a little bit higher than the 300,000 that I'm looking for. So we're just going to move on to the next book. This book right here, it says independently published with the bestsellers rank of 7,356. So this is book number 2. We just have to find 1 more book to satisfy my step 2. This book right here under publisher does not say independently published. So this is not a book that I'm going to take a lot of time on, even though it has a good BSR. I'm really looking for KDP books to compete with, and this is just not one of them. So let's move on to the next. This one is the same story. It is not independently published, even though it has an incredible bestsellers rank, which is actually number 20 worldwide. We're not going to be using this book as part of our step 2 requirement. This book right here is independently published with the bestsellers rank of 177,000. So this is book number 3 and my step 2 has been satisfied, but I just want to see the rest of the books here on the first page to see how much more demand there is for this niche. We have this book at 7,000. We have this book right here, independently published with the bestsellers rank of 303 and the bestseller badge right here. To give you an idea of how much this book makes, it makes about $473 per day, which is over $14,000 per month from just a single book. And if we look at the niche score that's provided by the Titans Quick View, we see a 67, which is above the 50 that I'm looking for. So this is how I know that this niche right here is going to have potential for profits if I create a book for this niche. If we take a look at this book, this is a tracing numbers 1 to 100 for kindergarten, number practice workbook to learn the numbers from 0 to 100 for preschoolers and kindergarten kids ages 3 to 5. It's a bit of keyword stuffing right here, but obviously it works because the BSR is 2,421. So this book is selling very well. It's priced at $5.95, which is commonly what I see for these types of books, ranging from $5 to $7. And it only has about 54 pages. We can see overall, it's a very successful book with a 4.8 out of 5-star rating and over 3,400 global ratings overall. If we take a look at this graph right here, this is the historical BSR graph. So this is for the past 30 days. We can see how well it's doing. It's going up and down, but more generally trending down, which means that it's starting to sell a little bit better, especially because we're heading into quarter 4. And quarter 4, if you didn't know, is the most successful time for publishers because this is the time where demand is extremely high. So for the last 3 months of the year, sales are really, really good. Now, this book in particular with a BSR of 2,421 makes about 77 sales per day, which is about 2,310 books per month. If we add that royalty calculator in here, that's about $109 per day and $3,280 per month, which is still pretty incredible because this is just from one book. Now that we know just how profitable this niche can be, the next part is how to create these interiors. So let me show you one way that you could do this. Now for this tutorial, we're going to be using Canva, and you could use the free version. It's going to work absolutely fine. So what you want to do is start off with an 8.5 by 11 inch project. As you can see, that's what I have right here, 8.5 by 11 inches. And what we're gonna do is start adding our tracing elements. So what we could do is we could do numbers or we could do letters. And so for this one, I'm gonna show you how to do the numbers, but it's the same concept for the letters. And so just go over here to text, add a heading, and type in the number 1, just like this. And you can enlarge it to fill in the page, and then choose a font that you like. I'm gonna go with this one right here, and then I'm going to just make it a little bit bigger and then position it in the middle of the screen, just like this. And now once you click on the text, you can go to effects, you can go to hollow, and put the thickness down to about 10. It's up to you, but I like 10. And now we have the first part of our page. The next part is to go to elements, search up shapes right here, and then under shapes, look for this line right here. Now, once you have this line, there's a couple things that you can do with it. You can hit these 3 lines right here for line style, and you can see you can change it from a solid line to dashed lines or to dotted lines. So I'm gonna choose the dotted one, but to show you the dash, this is what they look like. We're gonna go with the dotted, and you can play with the line weight, as you can see what I'm doing right here. And I'm gonna put this to about 10. Now I'm going to just change the orientation here, and I'm gonna put it right there in the middle to kind of show how you write the number 1, where you start right here and you go up here and then you go down. And now what we can do is go ahead and click the line again. Look at this arrow right here where it says line end to the right. This is gonna allow us to change the right side of the line. And I just want this arrow right here, just like that. Now I want to change the transparency down just so it's easier to see their own writing. So you can put this down to whatever you want. I'm going to put it to 40. And as you can see, that's what it looks like. Now what I want to do is I want to add a starting point. So I want to put a dot right here. So you can do that by clicking on here and then clicking on the line start and turning it into a dot. But I kind of don't like how this looks. So I'm going to take this off. And I'm gonna find my own dot. So under elements, this shape right here, I'm gonna use this because I can make it the size that I want. And I'm just gonna do that. And I'm gonna put it right here on the top, just like this. And now what I wanna do is, this is the way, and then now I need a line that goes down. So I'm just gonna click on this line, duplicate it with this plus sign right here. And then I'm just gonna put it down here to 90 degrees and put it right here where the center is as best as I can. And then just drag this all the way to the bottom, just like this. And this is your first page. And then you would just do this for the number 2, which I've already done. Now, if you wanna know how to make the line curved like this, well, this originally starts out like this. But if you click on the line, you go to line type, you can choose curved right here. As you can see, it puts an extra dot in the middle where you can mess around with it and create a curve. And so that's as easy as that. And so I just went around 2 just like this with the points where they need to draw and the arrows. And it's very simple just like that. And then I did number 3, very similar. And then I also did number 4 right here. And so all you would have to do is to maybe create 30 of these images. So you could do the entire alphabet, that's 26 letters, plus 1 through 10, and you would have a complete book. Now, once you're done with this, in order to download this, you wanna hit share, download. Download as a PDF print, flattened PDF, all pages. And if you have the paid version, choose CMYK. If not, you can choose RGB and then hit download, and it'll be ready to go. Now, if you want a full step-by-step A to Z tutorial that shows you how to format this book correctly, as well as how to do the full upload process, go ahead and click somewhere around the screen right now. I'll leave a card up on my video on how to do exactly that. And if you want more KDP resources, I'm talking keywords, interiors, and more, go ahead and check my Gumroad shop. The link is down in the description below. If you have any questions, also let me know down below. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell, as well as follow me on all my socials at JeffSetLife. With that being said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.